Hello, my name is Grumpy. Grumpy eye. Grumpy. Grumpy eye. Grumpy. Grumpy eye.
You want me to watch Montoya's video? Yeah. Okay, so let's react to this one, and then we're gonna play Star Citizen.
Welcome back, Star Citizen fans. I have
thank you,
behind
Montoya.
me over there, well, on the screen right in front of you, a backlog of all the ships which
I'm gonna say it first. I love Montoya. I love his perspective on a bunch of things and stuff, but I do not always agree with him. So I have no idea like what this video is gonna be. I think I watched it maybe while I was like waking up or falling asleep because it was just on my channel on the homepage. So yeah, let's see.
have been sold which are not in the game yet. And the reason I bring this up is because this morning I woke up to some strange comments, not strange, but interesting comments on my YouTube channel. And starting with the one at the top.
Okay, I saw Boss in my comment section.
From Boss, he's saying there's a 20-year backlog on big ships alone. Each new concept pushes that one more year. Now add on reworks and smaller ships is just not doable. Interesting. I have not heard this before, but I'm curious to find out where he got those numbers from. We'll do that in a second. Second comment there comes from Shane Duck.
Knight Rider, is that a banhammer?
Saying, yep, as I fully believe they're more focused on raising money than finishing, which is a very common comment we get, that CIG is more focused on simply selling ships and not on actually finishing the game. I've covered that topic many times in the past, and you know what, maybe I should just ignore that, and we'll do that in the future video, but I've answered many times, and I'm always happy to discuss that again. And the last comment there saying, great, more work from the backlog a decade long. So is it 10 years or 20 years? I'm curious to know where these guys are getting the numbers from, but also these wave of comments mean that...
Honestly, I think he got the number from my video, because I made that video like 4 months ago with the 24 ship backlog, and I was trying to SP just ordered snapback. Nice, thank you. Oh yeah, I should probably promote it now, because like I keep on forgetting. But before we continue, there is merch, and you can buy the merch, and it's awesome, and it's all my design. And yeah, if you want to buy it, go ahead. There's a link down in the description, and the chat bot is fucking spamming. So yeah, check it out. Like, if you want to support me in any way and you want to get something in return, I guess this is the best thing that you can do. And yeah, that's it. I'm just waiting for the animation to stop so we can continue. Is it done? No? One more? Okay. Yay. You can't even fucking see this because of the chat, but sure. Okay. I made these for the videos. So, let's continue.
Something is out there that makes us come up. So off we go to Reddit to find out exactly what the source of this
also,
is.
thank you,
I see
SB.
the highest upvoted post is this one right over there with 3,700 upvotes. And let's take a look at what it is. So it seems to be a list of all the concept sales which have not come out. Most notable there, the Banner Merchantman, which is 8 years. The Idris, we know, is probably complete, but been held off for Squadron 42.
Look
Same
at
with
this. I saw this and I was like, shit. I mean, I had something like this in my video, and it was like the first time that I was I just had it in the notepad, so I just set it and had only the list of the ships. First of all, Idris K is not a thing. That's just a conversion kit that is priced at 300 USD. So you're gonna get the Idris M, I think? No, the Idris P, and you can convert it with the Idris K to something that resembles the Idris M. It's not the same as the military variant, but it's a bit different and it's similar.
Javelin, we know at least 30% of the interior of the Javelin is complete because we saw that. But the reason is, or rather, why we don't see some of the ships right now that are possibly ready for Squadron 42 is A, Chris Roberts insists that they must be left as a surprise for Squadron 42. It's part of the story and he doesn't want to spoil that. Okay. But also,
I'm gonna let him
the
finish
service
first.
can handle. If I
Oh, you can't see him. Shit, you can't see Montoya. Why didn't anybody tell me that you can't see Montoya? Jesus. He's a beautiful man. You should be able to see him. That should be it, and I should be able to move the chat. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna place myself, I don't know, here. This is good, I think.
Javelin, and my 15 other friends in Discord right now all
I do not have any grumpy ashtrays.
There's no ways the server can hold 15, 20, 30 javelins crewed. It's not going to happen. So there are certain blockers to allowing that to happen anyway. But the Hull E, the Endeavor, the Polaris, the Kraken, the Nautilus, the Liberator, going down the list there, the Perseus for 6. Oh yeah, I own a Perseus. It's been a year already. Holy cow. Why aren't these ships done? And there is an answer for it, but it's an answer people don't like, But just going back quickly to where this comment says there's 20 years of a backlog, I'm curious to know where that comes from. So to the comment section we go.
It comes, okay, Montoya. So first of all, the first thing that he said, and I forgot already. Oh yeah, he said. Let me hear
the
it.
Liberator, going down the list there.
Oh yeah, he was talking about the Idris and the Javelin, and those are like reserved for Squadron 42. Sure, but where the fuck is Squadron 42? Like, it's been just around the corner, and it's going to be released in 2 years for fucking 10 years now, basically. And it's never going to get released. Honestly, I don't even fucking... Like, the current leak is that they are targeting the middle of 2025. That's in fucking 3 years from now. 2.5 years from now. Like, and you know that something's going to change, and it is not going to be fucking delivered by that point. Jesus Christ. So, holding on to the Idris and the Javelin, the only reason why you would hold on to them is because there's nothing to do in these ships, because they're fucking huge. We don't have the research management. We have no life-preserving, whatever, support systems and all of that. So, just because of that, because engineering is not a thing, and there's no fucking point in having a Javelin that can have, I don't know, 80 crew on a server that has 110 people, and that's it. Earmuffs, everyone? Am I? Oh, it was Night Rider. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is just blasphemy that I'm saying here. So, the reason of them delaying the Idris and the Javelin is not because of this Squadron 42. They say that it is, but I can maybe, if I'm if you give me time, I can find a video where Jared says that the Idris is not done, and John Crew confirms that because they're changing it constantly for Squadron 42. So, and then Jared says, even if we could do that, and I had that in one of my videos, even if we could, we would not, because there's no point. It would be just an oversized cutty, because it's just a huge ship and it doesn't do anything.
Perseus for 6. Oh yeah, I own a Perseus. It's been a year already. Holy cow. Why aren't these ships done? And there is an answer for it, but it's an answer people don't like, But just going back quickly to where this comment says there's 20 years of a backlog, I'm curious to know.
Okay, so that comes from, and I'm going to open the calculator. That comes from a video on Star Citizen Live video where John Crew said that it takes them 18 months to 2 years, a year to 2 years basically, to make a capital size ship. So we have, let's say, 24 ships in the backlog times 1.5 years that it takes them to develop one of them. So 20, that's 36 years. Wait, what? Yeah, so that was 36 years. I forgot the original video that I did. So, on top of that, John Crew said that it's going to take him 6 months just to chill, because you can't give a team a capital-sized ship and you're going to work on it for 18 months and then start doing another one. You got to give that team a small ship and a couple of small ships so they can work on those. So that is why people are saying, of course, it's not going to be 36 years. There's more teams. There's going to be more people, but it's going to be at least 10 to 15 years. At this pace, it's going to take him 10 to 15 years.
where that comes from. So to the comment section we go on Reddit, and I'm just going to search for 20 years. And if I go down, will I find
12 to 18 months. I stand corrected. Okay, 12 to 18 months. So let's say a year, so that's 24 years, and then calculate in the 0.5 years for them to chill. So that's 24. That's 12. So adds 12 to to 24. So that's fucking 36 again. So it's not going to be 36 years, sure, but it's going to be just for the backlog. And I'm not talking about the reworks, because they got to rework basically all the ships that we have in the game right now. But you get the point. It's gonna take him a long time. It's probably gonna take him 10 years for all. If you bought the Endeavor, it's gonna take them at least 10 years just to get the fucking Endeavor in the game.
Yes, we can. It is right over there. So here's a post saying if they average one large ship a year and one small ship, that's a 20-year backlog. So basically, the assumption is if they only release one large ship a year, then there's 20 years to go. Well, that's the same logic as saying, you know what, if they it's taken this long, it's taken 8 years to create Pyro as the next star system, which means the next star system is going to take 8 years also. So looking at 16 years for the next star system.
Okay, that is not true, because they are making the tech. When once the tech is there, it's going to take him maybe a year per system, maybe even less. So that is not true.
I'd like to jump on that bandwagon and say,
but that is procedural. Ships are not procedural. Yes, making a Corsair gave them a bunch of assets that they're going to use in the Kraken, for example. But it's still not procedural.
Yes, but that logic's not going to hold. The truth of the matter is the Javelin and the Idris will come out pretty fast. The Kraken, there's work to be done. But let's talk about the Banu Merchantman. Why is that ship over there taking so long? It's one of the most beloved and anticipated ships. And the reason for this is, as much as people hate hearing it, is that CIG is in fact a victim of its own success. The problem is when the Banu Merchantman was first concepted, it
didn't look like this.
Anything close to what we're seeing right now. They had an idea of a blockade runner and it's going to do certain things, but as the game progressed and as more people funded, as they started making more money, they hired more talented artists and more talented devs and realized that, hang on, every alien species should be
Captain Muzz, who are you talking about? And how am I biased unless it's something I believe, or are you talking about Montoya? Because I'm not sure that any of us are like that. I'm pretty sure that if I got Montoya on my channel, that we would have a good conversation. So I don't know why you said that.
Completely different in the ships, and we see it in the Vanduul, the original Vanduul design of the Glaive, nowhere close to where it is right now, what they have going for it right now. Same with the Banu. They had a certain idea, but as more talented devs came along, the design language of what makes a Banu ship also changed. And we've seen the concept, we've seen the interiors. It looks spectacular, but it's nothing close to what they had 3 years ago even. So they are a victim of their own success in that sense, and that they keep on upgrading and improving things as they go, as they make more money. And at the end of the
honestly, Montoya, they keep on improving things after a few years of Tier 0. That's the issue. Also, Captain Muzz, I mean, we have different opinions, but I'm not sure that Montoya is an asshole, first of all. Secondly, I'm not sure that he is in an echo chamber. I think he's a reasonable guy.
And at the end of the day, it's going to take long. It's taking much longer than anyone has anticipated, and none of the backers, none of the old veteran backers, original backers are happy about it. But when we do see the results, we are happy. Take another example here, if I can zoom in a bit closer, yeah, we can, to the Spirit, which is a new concept which is just sold, right? And that's at the bottom of the list over there. No, it's not. Where is the Spirit? Not listed in there? Okay, I guess it's a small ship. But the Spirit itself, in the middle of this picture right here, is essentially...
Oh, it's not... Oh, okay, it's not on the list because the list is a bit low.
Essentially, I would say much further along than anything else because they already have the design language of Crusaders. Now, when the Mercury Star Runner came out, it kind of set a tone for what Crusader needs to look like and what actually all ships in Star Citizen need to replicate. Because in my opinion, the Mercury Star Runner really set the high bar in what's expected. And the design language and the color palette and everything set forth from there makes it a lot easier to design the next couple of ships. And the Spirit, I expect to see happen much faster. But when it comes to something like the Banu Merchantman, all that design language, what makes a Banu ship, is or was until recently in flux. I don't think they had a very clear picture, a very clear idea of what Banu ship should look like, and that being the first Banu ship, well, the Defender, but that being the first large Banu ship has really taken a long time to set down what they think it should be, and they don't want to make a ship and then have to go back and rework it like they have to many other ships in there, the Constellation being one which has gone back for a rework. Let's talk about this for a second, all right?
So yeah, he mentioned the reworks, but like honestly, is that our problem as backers that the Banu Merchantman is so hard to make? It is not. They said they sold the ship. They said that they're gonna make it, and they've been fucking delaying it for. I think it was like 2013 when they sold the Merchantman. It's almost 2023, so 10 fucking years for a ship.
Here's an image of all the ships in backlog, but to put perspective, here's an image of all the ships already done. So yeah, I think it's a nice counter argument, but look, it doesn't make up for the fact that these ships being sold to us are taking a very...
Okay, so I can make a counter argument to the counter argument. So I don't see the ships behind the picture, and you cannot see the ships behind my picture. So this ship here, the A90 Jump, unusable. You can probably hear my dog drinking water. So this ship is flyable. It has a med bay, and it has 3, 4, 5 turrets. It doesn't matter, and that's it. It has a hangar. That's everything in like a 200 meter or 100 meter ship that is working. I forgot the size. It doesn't matter, but that is like everything that is interactable with inside of the ship. Reclaimer does not reclaim. It does not do shit. It's gonna do something in the next patch, but still not there. I do not see the ships behind him. Starfarer, it just got a refueling. Refining is still not there. So, no. Caterpillar, you can do cargo runs with it, sure. But you cannot, there's no modularity, the promised modularity. Hammerhead, that's the only ship that actually like works out of the big ships because its primary thing is just to lay fire, and that's it. Let me see. Yeah, you can see the rest of them. So C2, yeah, that one works. 600i, the fuck? I mean, yeah, luxury, but it doesn't have a medbay. It's going to be reworked. The Caterpillar is probably going to get reworked. The A90 is probably going to get reworked. Not in the sense as the 600i, but they're going to do something to make it like more usable and to give it more gameplay loops and all that shit, to give it resource management, etc., etc., etc. Retaliator, I mean, it's in the game. It can fire torpedoes, but where's the modularity? The Connie is going to get reworked, confirmed. 400i, one of the newest ships made for fucking exploring. Okay, sure. MSR, data running. No, not in the game. Let me see. Fucking Corsair, Explorer. As a gunboat, sure, it works. But what can you interact with in the ship? So you can use the cargo bay. You can store some vehicles inside of it. You can, I don't know, backlog, and you can fly it and you can fire the turrets. So that's basically it. Redeemer, same. But that's the point of the Redeemer. So it's basically the same as the Hammerhead. So no. Like, it has its own game loop, and that's it. So that's fine. Valkyrie, the fuck are you going to use for? Like, it's a dropship. It's a dropship. Like, what are you going to drop with it? Like, I don't know. I used it for rock mining, and that's it. And I know a bunch of people do. I have no idea what this is. This looks like a mole. Yeah, this is a mole. That works. That works, actually. Like, one of the ships that completely works, like the Hammerhead and the Redeemer. It does have some, like, spaces that are just there, just for them to be there, and that's it. Vanguards, they work. Freelancers, you can say that they work. They're probably going to get reworked. Cuddies, the Reds, I mean, okay, they changed the point of the Red. Like, they sold it as a ship where you can respawn at, and you can see that in the brochure, but you cannot see it, like, it's not a thing anymore. Cutlass Steel, dropship, like, what are you going to drop with it? Cutlass Black, doesn't have a tractor beam, but mostly works for, like, whatever it's made for. It does work. It does have some non-interactable things, but it's fine. Cutlass Blue, nope. Most of the ship is non-usable. You have the, what's it called? And I can see that the chat is just fucking raging right now, but I'm trying to ignore it for a second. Cutlass Blue, like those cryopods or whatever, like stasis pods that has in the back, they don't work. Is this a Prowler? I don't know. I guess you guys can see it, maybe not, but dropship, what are you going to use it for? So the smaller ships, most of them have use and most of them work. So yes, you could say that this whole lot that you cannot see, well, you probably couldn't see anything from my cam, but that's probably why you're raging. Sorry, this image is BS. Yeah. So most of the small ships work, except like if you check this out, fucking PTV, what are you going to use it for? Mule, not working. Was supposed to work with Cargo Refactor, is not going to work with Cargo Refactor. Same as the Raft. And a bunch of like land vehicles that are not that useful in the game, but they mostly work, and that's it. So most of this image is, again, pointless because most of these ships need to get a rework. So yeah, we have a fucking, what is it called? The Herald here. Herald doesn't fucking work. It's in the game, but it does not work. So yeah, let's continue.
That these ships being sold to us are taking a very, very long time. And I've actually approached devs on this when we were at CitizenCon recently, most recent one that I attended anyway, back in Texas. And I said, like, why is this ship taking so long? And when you hear the dev explain it to you, I mean, you don't have to like it, but it makes sense. And when they say to you, you know what, we can work in the Pioneer
Reliant series, I mean, you can say that it works for, like, its intended purpose. Like, it fires the guns and that's it. The Hawk also fires the guns. It's not really a bounty hunting ship because we do not have bounty hunting version 2. And also the back thing where like the prison thing on the back is just like whatever. Like maybe at some point it's going to work, but like it's more like its main thing works, like the Hawk works.
Pioneer now, but if we release the Pioneer, right, which is this ship over here, like right above me, there's no game loop for it right now.
Herald is
so
fast
they can dedicate
as fuck,
the dev
and I love
hours
it,
and
but
get that out.
pointless.
But without a dedicated game loop to make it worthwhile, what's the point? And so they'll work on things which are more important right now. And you might not agree with this with the tactic, but it's true. The Hull E and Hull
that is true, Lou. Reliant Zen and Mako are not working. Yep.
D being another example,
Pointless.
but where is the Hull B? There's lots of questions about it. I don't have all the answers for you, and the only people to really give you the answers will be CIG. But the point of this video is, and in light of the RSI Galaxy, which is going on sale tomorrow, I thought maybe Concierge would get a stab at it today, but apparently not. When it comes to a concept ship, especially a big one, be prepared to wait a very, very long time, as you can see by this chart right over here.
Honestly, the Galaxy is not as big as I thought it would be. It's a bit bigger than the Corsair. It's basically the same size as the 600i. So maybe we're gonna maybe that's gonna be the first bigger ship that is gonna be like released.
Years for the Bandit Merchantman owners, and I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's a long time. The Nautilus, 3 years. The Liberator, well, that's more the recent ones, but yeah, be prepared to possibly wait a very, very long time. if you buy a concept ship. Don't hold your breath. Although I do expect the RSI Galaxy to move along a bit faster than the others. There is
Why,
the case of the
Why, Montoya? Like, they're still working on modularity. That's still not a thing. Why would the Galaxy be out earlier than any of these ships here?
modularity. Now, Retaliator owners can tell you about modularity. And
also the Carrack owners, or also the Caterpillar owners, also the Kari owners, and the Avenger owners, and what like the Apollo owners, etc., etc. So yeah, modularity was supposed to be a big thing in this game, but we don't have it.
What they bought into, and they're still waiting for it. So I hope that the modularity doesn't stall it. I hope to see the RSI Galaxy out sooner than later, because the design language of what makes RSI ships is out and is done. And we know the interior, there's very clear ideas of what the interior is supposed to look like. But again, you know, the teams shift around and focus may go somewhere else. And I hope that Squadron 42 by this time next year is a lot closer to release and they can shift focus onto the PU. But for you guys coming in, yeah, be cautious, because you may buy something that looks very cool and it could be a long time till you get to play that in the game. So with that.
And why is this like he is not being a white knight? Why are you guys saying that? He was not being a white knight. He said be cautious.
That, ladies and gents, let me know your feelings on the length of time it's taking for concept ships. And
if we can disagree on things, I'm gonna be more militant than he is, but because I'm like that. But yeah, this is a reasonable approach. I didn't like this thing here, wherever it is, with the ships, with the small ships and all of that. But like, where the fuck is it? Whatever. I had it on the screen for. Oh, there we go. So this thing here is just like whatever. Oh yeah, there's the Carrack. Okay, you can't see it. Let me see. Where the fuck is my mouse? Okay, so here he had the Carrack under the reclaimer. So 2 Carracks and another Hammerhead. I think this is just a paint job. So Carrack, 90% of the ship, 95% of the ship is not, you cannot interact with, and like, you know that it's gonna get reworked. And at some point, we're going to get the drones, we're going to get modularity, we're going to get, maybe, we're going to get, what's it called, fucking engineering, like the resource management system. And then we're going to get the engineering, like fixing the modules, etc., etc. So at one point, yes, but like, when is that point going to come? I'm just going to, there we go. So thank you, Montoya, for the video. I'm going to link it to you guys. If you want to watch it later. It's a good video. I understand his perspective. I don't think that he was overly apologetic towards CAG. And in the end, he said that you got to be cautious, which is completely okay and understandable. So yeah,